Several issues need to be addressed regarding mental illness among people of color. We must free ourselves from the stigma around mental health in our communities. But how can we, if the psychological field rarely incorporates our diversity and unique backgrounds into their theories and studies?
What do you think keeps people away from seeking a therapist?
In certain cultures, people don't think seeing a therapist is healthy or is healthy in a way. They assume people would just use whatever they're enduring to push them forward to a better livelihood, even though that's only going to push them to a better place to sustain themselves, but not to help them feel better about themselves.
I would say availability, because for a very long time we did not have any therapists in our neighborhood. Like if you wanted to get a therapist, you would have to travel 30-40 minutes by the public transportation just to seek a therapist. It's like availability is one of the biggest issues.
Our race and backgrounds play a critical role in how we experience the world around us. However, throughout the span of 5 decades, race is almost absent from top psychological publications. Luckily, the issue of diversity in psychology is constantly being improved upon, especially in the clinical and counseling field, where new worldly views on psychological problems affect the therapist's approach to helping the client.
How would you react to a therapist with a similar background as you?
It would be very impactful because then that person knows what I'm going through, knows what I'm feeling. They wouldn't necessarily know what I'm thinking, but they've been through the same situations I have and can be able to tell me how they handle them or how they coped with them and to overcome it.
Sometimes it's hard to explain what you're going through if there's a language barrier and if there's a cultural barrier, because like if me and my therapist, we were like brought up in totally different house, in different cultures, and like my therapist knows nothing about my culture, like hasn't studied about my culture in any way, shape, or form. They're not gonna, like we're not gonna be able to connect deeply enough. So it doesn't matter who my therapist is, as long as they are knowing of all the different cultures, and they have a broad perspective of people.
When it comes to therapy, research suggests that individuals from non-dominant groups can have more success with a therapist from a similar culture as themselves. Now more than ever, people of color are seeking mental help, and it's important that seekers don't feel lost, displaced, or mystified by studies conducted on the dominant culture. When you are seeking mental help, make sure to seek out a therapist that has a diverse view of ethnics, cultural backgrounds, gender, sexual orientation, and ability that will best fit your needs.
And do you have a message for anyone seeking mental help right now?
Go get that help. Go do it. I know there's a stigma. I know sometimes it's hard, but it's better to go just do it, because you're only living once. Wow. Like if you think getting a therapist or talking to someone is going to help you and benefit you, you should do it. And even though it's hard, push yourself.
Do it. Find it. Figure it out. Just get help when you know that you need help. Don't wait for someone to tell you that something's wrong. If you feel personally something is wrong, go seek it out, because it'll help you in the long run.